Hi everyone. Today is Wednesday, July 6th, 2016, and we're going to talk about the TheGroxt1 today amongst many other things. Now, first of all, in some videos he says this is part of our secret section where we go really deep, but in other videos he says this is part of our secret section where we talk about things really quickly. So that's almost like the opposite. Like, in some videos he almost says the opposite of what he's saying in other videos. Which, I mean, that's just with some things, mind, not everything. Anyway, so you see here that TheGroxt has recently uploaded a video about the Pleiades. Well, who else does videos about the Pleiades and Palladians? That's right, Gigi Young. Now, see, she's done a video about Atlantis and Lemuria. I think that's how you pronounce it. Lemuria, yeah. Well, we've talked about how Rapture in Bioshock basically represents Atlantis because well, it's under the sea basically. So but Atlantis has been shown in Doctor Who loads of times. Like, it was shown in the John Pertwee story, The Time Monster, but it was also shown in the Patrick Troughton story, The Underwater Menace. Now, this guy is the villain in The Underwater Menace. He is the Underwater Menace. And he's called Professor Zara. And he's mad. Just like this clown is mad, and he's the king of the Illuminati. Because Zaroff represents this clown. C M A D, mad, mutual assured distraction. And then, so yeah, I mean, the Underwater Menace represents this beast out of the sea coming. So, let's take a look at an extract from the TheGroxt1's video then.
This is how it works. The dog star Sirius represents the woman figure, right here. In the middle is the Orion, the Jesus Christ or the Father figure in the middle. In the right hand, everybody over here goes to heaven. In the left hand, Orion fights this giant red bull right here. The heavenly area is considered the Pleiades. You have to pass all the way over, past the horns of the red bull. See the V? The red bull. Let me show you. See Orion right here? The dog star Sirius over here? We have to pass through the horns and into the Pleiades. This tiny little boot that is on the back of the red bull. The red bull represents the law and the Ark of the Covenant. Underneath it is the law. Everybody must live under the law. Up here represents the mercy seat of Jesus Christ, and these are the two cherubs set there. That's what it represents, all through there. Your father figure, your mother figure, your heavenly area, and this guy comes to destroy the world, the red destroyer. This bull is seen as the shark and the beast out of the sea.
Right. So basically, Megatron in Transformers represents the Red Bull and the Destroyer coming. But let's just go back slightly, right? Let's go back to this. In this video, he says that Orion represents Jesus. Now, in Transformers, before Optimus Prime became Optimus Prime, he was known as Orion Pax. So this is kind of saying, oh, Optimus Prime and Orion Pax represent Jesus. Whereas this goes like totally against what the TheGroxt1 has said in the past, because in the past he said that Optimus Prime represents Satan because he's red. So yeah, I mean, try and work this out for yourselves, because I mean, I think what the theories that I've been saying makes more sense, to be honest. I mean, he even said about, oh, we have to go to the Pleiades because that's the heavenly areas. But I was always led to believe that heaven was a realm that we couldn't get into until we passed away. It's supposed to be in between the earth and space. So why is he now saying that the heavenly areas are all the way in the Pleiades? I'm not sure. Maybe heaven stretches between loads of different star systems. Who knows? But I mean, right. Anyway, let's just. It probably confuses you why I keep showing some pictures of Sirius Black, but it'll become clear in a moment because see here the Dog Star Sirius. Well, that is why Sirius Black transforms into a dog in Harry Potter, because Sirius Black represents the Dog Star Sirius, and Jesus Christ's side, part of God's throne. That's why it even looks like he's holding like a glass of wine here, because Sirius Black is on Harry Potter's side, and Harry Potter represents Jesus. So, you see here it says Pleiades. Well, that represents both Hydra and Hades. Notice how Hades and Hydra are both villains. They're the bad guys. And you can even see this skull right here that represents idolatry. And that's why the Punisher always wears like this skull on his shirt. Even Theron in the Musketeers represents just like Emperor Palpatine, because he's the villain. And you always see him like skulking around with a walking stick, just like the Emperor Palpatine. But the point is, he makes out that he's on the king's side, when really he's not. And he's actually trying to get rid of the king, and he's trying to kill the king and stuff. He won't do it himself. He'll probably pay somebody to do it for him. But the point is, right? Theron is a betrayer and a deceiver, just like Emperor Palpatine. Theron will betray King Libby, just like Emperor Palpatine betrayed the Republic and the Jedi, and just like Obama is going to betray and deceive the USA, and then he's going to rise up with all of these nations. Like, all of this time we've been saying that we think this Pied Piper figure is Russell Brand. But Russell Brand, I mean, we haven't heard much from him lately. He seems to have disappeared from the limelight. So this Pied Piper could even represent just like Donald Trump, just like leading everybody astray. So, but I mean, here it says Prince of Wales. Now, this is interesting. The Prince of Wales, as in Welsh Wales, is obviously Prince Charles. So, but this Wales has got a H in it, whereas Wales, as in Welsh Wales, doesn't have a H in it. So, I mean, obviously on the Welsh flag it's got a red dragon, and you see this red elephant type thing here. See this right here? Red dragon. When the dragon comes after this woman, see the woman right there? So, here it says High Noon Guns, just like you have the man in the High Castle. See the Nazi flag right there? Just as the Nazis are basically the main villains in the Man in the High Castle. And Yeah. So going back to this, right? You see here it says O.D. Baron. Well, just like you have Alderaan in Star Wars. So here it says Prince of Wales. Do you see the well right there? With a red for state behind the well. Well, hang on. You also see that it's yellow and red, just like Iron Man's armor is yellow and red. And you see these blue people. They represent the Christians.
Leaving.
Sorry, let's just go back a second.
Together, see there? It's shown in the movies. He's leaving. That's what it represents. This guy is coming. The punishment for all sins. Hallelujah.
The punishment for all sins. Just like the Punisher. See this right here?
These people. Ben Affleck, Tom Brady. These two right here represent Satan and his angels laughing and joking at the woman and her son, the Son of God, Jesus Christ. Here comes the Red Bull. Just wanted to show you that. This whole moon launch and everything represented everybody passing over. This represents us passing over this Red Bull because we are supposed to go on top and throw this guy down in the bottom with his Batman, and we are supposed to go to the top. And then we laugh and joke as we set the pyramid and the burdens of Egypt down on top of them and crush them.
Just like you have this Crush character in Spyro. The blue crushing the red. And then we go back to the picture of Ben Affleck and the other guy. I think it was Tom Brady. These two laughing represent just like Obama laughing in this I Pet Goat 2 video. And here you see all of the Christians around this woman of the Bible. She's right there with her blonde hair. And she's right there with her blonde hair. This, how do I explain this? She represents a little sister she represents the little sisters in BioShock, and so does Alice in Wonderland. See a large earthquake coming, sorry, yeah, see a large earthquake coming, and 11.5 and 11.3. Thank you very much, everybody.